Well, it's kind of interesting, the whole, the development of a human being, right? I mean, Sam didn't stand out at all when he first came in the classroom. And in fact, it was I sort of well, he's a jock and he's moving through, and scholarship time, and and religion or world issues is simply a checklist. He just has to get through it, right? So, there was nothing indicating that incredible things were going to happen or not happen. But the issue is that you at some point you have to make a decision what you're going to do in your life, right? In terms of what is going to be your impact, what is going to be your imprint, right? And so, I mean, soccer would be great. I mean, any sports, but they're all fleeting, right? So you're only as good as your last game. You're only as good as until you get hurt. You're only as good as until someone doesn't like you, right? So, or whatever it is. So it is all fleeting. It's like the pyramids, right? So, but this wasn't fleeting. So what happened was he got an idea and he just kept at it. And that's really the issue, is that you have to keep at something and you have to want to do it. And so what I think is that our society has a lot of ideas about equality and all those things, and they're wonderful. I mean, you look around this room and here, there's all kinds of posters up and all that stuff, and that's great. So that's the rights part, right? And we've got that part down. And the reason we've got that part down, well, we don't have it down, but the reason why we're further along on that is because it doesn't cost anything, really. You put up some posters, and the infrastructure's already there to implement the idea. But what's lacking is responsibility. And responsibility requires an awful lot more. And that's where Sam is right now, is that he's taking on some responsibility in something that he's really passionate and interested about. And you could see that interest in the talk that I went and listened to in Toronto in the late fall. I thought that he should have won the competition. The title of the talk was "Those That Inspire," and I thought that I was actually happily surprised at how well he did. I mean, I was. It's almost like watching, you got a kid or something, and you're watching them play sports for the first time, and it's a big game, and you don't want them to, please get a goal, or if you're the goalie, please stop the soccer ball, or whatever it is, right? Or don't make a mistake, right? The game's almost over. You've done well. Don't make a mistake. And I thought, when I got there, I thought, this is a pretty big deal. Like, there's 500-600 people here, and this is a real auditorium. And it was really well done. Anyway, he did fantastic, and I was pleasantly surprised at how well he spoke and presented himself, and he's really come a long way, and you can tell that this is something that he really wants to pursue. And back to the responsibility thing is that this is what's going to cause the society to change, is that young people like him doing things that they think will cause a change, and a positive change. And what happens is it develops momentum. So this idea that that green energy and the economy and the environment are somehow juxtaposed, and you can't have one without the other, is nonsense. I mean, look at the potential here for not only creating a better society, a better world, a healthier world, but look at the economics involved here. He's created for himself and those people that are interested in pursuing this sort of thing a potential for a lifestyle, right? That will not only pay the bills but give his life meaning. So I think it's just off the charts. He's not the only one that's doing this sort of thing, but he is doing it, and that's the responsibility part. Many people talk about doing things, but they never actually, lots of ideas, lots of potential, but no real kinetic energy. And he has all kinds of kinetic energy, and we know that from the amount of people that are willing to help out. Everybody wants to help out, but they need a leader to lead them to do the helping, and that's where Sam's at. He is the catalyst, the leader that's going to cause change.